Alright guys, we all seen the fight last night between Brian Mendoza versus Tszyu, right guys? And also the post press conference. But before we get into that, if you guys are not subscribed, please punch and knock out that subscription button. That way you'll never see it again, and ding the notification bell. That way you'll never miss any of my new boxing videos. Alright guys, let's get to the round. Ding ding. Alright guys, let's get started. I actually enjoyed this fight last night. I thought Tszyu won, but Mendoza made him work for it. Mendoza did not go in there just to lay down, and he was a live dog throughout the most of the fight. My hat's off to Mendoza. He went into another country to fight one of the best 154 pounders around. You can tell this guy came to fight. This guy fought his heart out. He did almost got stopped twice, once in the 7th and one in the 11th round, I believe. I believe other boxers would have gotten down, but nevertheless, Mendoza showed a lot of heart, a lot of grit, and he put on a good, valiant effort throughout the fight, and I even gave him a few rounds, especially the 12th round for sure. And even when he lost the rounds, he had good moments. But the clear winner is Tszyu. He just put on too much pressure to Mendoza, landed a lot more cleaner punches, and I believe he could have stopped Mendoza in the 7th and in the 11th round. But Mendoza has never been stopped before. He faced adversity once again, and it's very tough, it's very durable, and it will be a headache for anybody. I know Tszyu was Charlo's mandatory, but Charlo moved up to fight Canelo at 168. I don't blame Charlo or any boxer trying to get paid in boxing. That's what boxers do. They get paid for fighting. If I was a boxer, I would definitely get the biggest money grab for sure. No different from a regular working person. Anybody's gonna go to the highest paying job, right? We all gotta eat. But nevertheless, when Charlo moved up in weight, that's when they stripped Charlo and gave the belt to Tszyu. Tszyu did not beat anybody for that belt, so to me, he is not a true champion. To me, he has to beat Charlo to be called a real champion, because that's the guy who had the belt that got stripped. But Mendoza is the first title defense of Tszyu. But Mendoza is not Charlo, the original champion that never lost the belt. He just got stripped for fighting Canelo. So until Tszyu and Jermall Charlo fight, that's when we will know who is the true king of the 154 pounders. I actually want to see Mendoza versus Charlo, to see how well Charlo does against Mendoza, and they could build a fight like that. Mendoza is a really good fighter that shows a lot of heart, and I could see him giving Charlo problems as well, especially since he just got more experience at a higher level against Tszyu. They also said that this will be the last time Tszyu will fight in Australia, and his next fight will definitely be here in the States. Hopefully it's against Charlo. That fight will be huge. When the fight ended between him and Mendoza, Tszyu calls out Charlo. He says, "Charlo, where you at? Where you at, buddy?" And also said, Charlo probably thinks in his delusional head that he can probably beat him. He says, "Charlo, come get it. Come get it." Tszyu adds, he goes, "I know Charlo will come and get it. He just fought Canelo, the best fighter at 168. But he says Charlo is the best 154 pounder in the world, but let's just show the whole world and prove it. This fight will prove who really is the king of the 154 pound division." So the call out has been made. I hope that's the next fight, but if not, at least let Charlo get his feet wet to come back at 154 and fight Mendoza. That way, we do not have any built-in excuses for Charlo if Charlo were to lose. That way, he can't say he had a rapid weight increase and a rapid weight loss. That way, we could see both of them of the best versions of themselves. Who do you guys think will win? Tim versus Charlo. This fight needs to happen like Tank versus Shakur, Boots versus Crawford, and Canelo versus Benavidez. We can add this one to the bucket list. And we could add this to the bucket list as well. Subscribe.